No words, no light, just your echo tonight, your echo tonight. Your cup is still here by the sink. I look at it more than I think. The window is open again. The cold walks in like an old friend. I hear the flow and I move slow. I hear the silence start to grow. This room still knows your name by heart. Even now we are apart. I try to close the door, I try to lose the pain, but every little quiet thing just brings you back again. It's the sound you left behind, in the dark, in my mind, in the hole, in the rain, in the way I say your name. It's the sound of missing you in everything I do. You are gone, but I still find the sound you left behind. The clock still cuts the air in two. Each second sounds too much like you. The midnight train of passing cars, or pull on my invisible scars. I fold the nights, I hide the days, but grief still speaks in quiet ways. Your memory does not need a voice. It finds me without any choice. I turn the music low, I let the whole house sleep, but in the softest part of the night, your echo reaches me. It's the sound you left behind, in the dark, in my mind, in the hole, in the rain, in the way I say your name. It's the sound of missing you in everything I do. You are gone, but I still find the sound you left behind. Maybe love does not disappear. Maybe it stays where you were near. In every breath, in every walk, in all the things too small to call. And I still break, I still pretend. The silence is a final end, but silence only lets me hear that you were once still here. It's a sound you left behind, in my heart, in this night, in the tears I never show, in the ache that does not go. It's the sound of losing you and living with it too. You are gone, but I still find the sound you left behind. The sound you left behind. No words, no light, just your echo tonight, your echo tonight. And that is breathing slow. Your shadow didn't show. I couldn't move with the wind tonight. The streetlight paints the floor in white. Your coffee cup is still right there beside the empty wooden chair. crack keeps speaking to the wall. Your laugh no longer fills the hall. I try to read, I try to sleep, but silence cuts a little deep. I thought the pain would fade away, like footprints washed by rain. But every night the quiet room still whispers out your name. There's an empty chair by the window where your warm hands used to be. Now the main light sits beside, keeping lonely company. And I watch the world keep moving while my heart stays far behind. There's an empty chair by the window and your memory in my mind. The rain taps softly on the glass, like asking why you had to pass. And night remembers how you smile, the way you stay here for a while. I hear the train beyond the street, a lonely rhythm, slow and deep. And every sound inside this room feels like the echo of your truth. I tried to change the way I feel, I tried to let you go, but every quiet midnight hour still brings me back to you. There's an empty chair by the window where your warm hands used to be. Now the moonlight sits beside, keeping lonely company. And I watch the world keep moving while my heart stays far behind. There's an empty chair by the window and your memory in my mind. Maybe love does not disappear, maybe you live in every year, in every room we used to know, in every place we used to bow. And even if the world moves on and seasons change the sky, that empty chair by the window still asks the reason why. There's an empty chair by the window where your laughter used to stay. Now the night just sits beside me, watching memories fade away. I whisper to the silence, no, I know you will not hear. There's an empty chair by the window, and I still wish you were here. The curtain moves again tonight, but you are nowhere in the light. Night falls so slow, and I already know the room is still, the lights are low. Your memory moves where shadows go. The picture frame beside my bed still holds the words we never said. The clock goes on without a heart. A man still breaks when dark hours start. I close my eyes to let you fade, but feel your ghost in every space. I try to drown the sound of everything we were, but quiet has a cruel way of making you return. When the silence calls, it calls your name again. Through the empty walls, through the hurt I cannot mend. And every midnight breath feels heavier than before. And the silence calls, I miss you even more. The window shakes with falling rain, like heaven knows my hidden pain. I let the cold stay tonight. It feels more honest than the light. Your sweater hangs behind the door, like you might reach for it once more. But all that stays, all that remains, are quiet wounds and fragile days. I tell myself move on, I tell my heart be still, but every silent hour proves I love you deeper still. And the silence calls, it calls your name again. Through the empty walls, through the hurt I cannot mend. And every midnight breath feels heavier than before. And the silence calls, I miss you even more. Maybe some loves never leave, they just learn how to hide in the corners of the dark and the tears we keep inside. And maybe I look fine by day, maybe I smile like I'm okay, but when the world turns soft and small, that's when I hear it call. And the silence calls, it calls your name so clear. Through the sleepless dark, like you are somehow near. And every broken piece still falls the same as before. When the silence calls, I love you even more. Night falls so slow, and I always know when the silence calls and never comes alone. Your face still lives where the light grows thin. There's an old picture on the shelf, a version of us before goodbye. Your eyes still shine inside that smile, while mine still break each time I try. The dust has settled on the glass, but not the ache you left in me. I trace the outline of your face like maybe love will let me keep. But time keeps pulling at the edges, colors turn to gray, and every night I watch you slowly slip further away. You're fading through the frame like a dream I cannot save, still hanging on the wall, but not here at all. Whoa, you're fading through the frame. Now I whisper out your name like somehow you might stay, but you keep drifting away. The room goes quiet after dark, the shadows move like memory. I hear the rain against the glass, like it still knows what you mean to me. I kept the moments we once were in every photo, every line, but paper hearts and silver light can't hold what's already left behind. And I keep staring at forever, frozen in one place, while life keeps teaching me how lost can wear a lovely face. You're fading through the frame like a dream I cannot say, still hanging on the wall, but not here at all. You're fading through the frame, and I whisper out your name like somehow you might stay, but you keep drifting away. Maybe love becomes a picture when it no longer has a voice. Maybe pain becomes a habit when forgetting is not a choice. I tried to keep you in the stillness, in the light, in black and white, but even memories grow tired when they have to live without light. You're fading through the frame like the sun at end of day, still beautiful and near, but never really here. You're fading through the frame, and it never feels the same. I reach, but all I find is what you left behind. Your face still lives where the light grows thin, and I'm still here remembering. Morning comes slow, but you don't come home. The sunlight falls across the sink. I stand here longer than I think. Your side is clean, your chair untouched. This house remembers you too much. The kettle sings then fades away, like every promise that you made. I reach for two, then stop somehow. It's only one cup now. I never knew how loud a little thing could be, until the space you left behind started speaking back to me. There's one cup on the counter, one shadow in the light, one heart still making coffee for someone gone from sight. And every quiet morning feels heavier somehow. There used to be an us here, it's only one cup now. Your favorite mug is still the same, a little crack beside your name. I trace it like a wound that stayed, a small reminder that love can break. The window lets the cold drift in, the clock begins its song again, and all the ordinary things still ache with what they mean. I tell myself that time will teach my hands to move, but grief lives in the smallest acts, and everyone is you. There's one cup on the counter, one shadow in the light, one heart still making coffee for someone gone from sight. And every quiet morning feels heavier somehow. There used to be an us here, it's only one cup now. Maybe love stays in the details, in habits we can't hide, in reaching for a second place when no one stands beside. Maybe healing is just learning how not to look for you in little daily rituals I never thought I'd lose. There's one cup on the counter, one memory in the steam, one name I say in silence, like a half-forgotten dream. And every lonely sunrise still asks me why and how. There used to be forever, it's only one cup now. Before I remember, it isn't true. The sky broke first, and so did we. You stood beneath the evening gray, with eyes that could not look my way. The street was blurred, the air was cold, and so was every truth untold. Your hand let go without a fight, like love had left before that night. The rain came down in quiet waves, as if the world knew what it takes. I heard the storm above, but louder was my heart, breaking in the space between your silence and the dark. There was rain on our last goodbye, falling hard from a wounded sky, washing words we could not say as you slowly walked away. There was rain on our last goodbye, tears and thunder in the same night, and I still feel that cold inside from the rain on our last goodbye. Your shadow faded with the light, a ghost dissolving into night. The empty road, the passing cars, oh, watch me fall apart in dark. I stayed where you had left me there, with soaked hands and a broken prayer. The rain kept touching everything, like it could soften suffering. I tried to call your name, but pain stole every sound. And all that once felt safe in us came crashing to the ground. There was rain on our last goodbye, falling hard from a wounded sky, washing words we could not say as you slowly walked away. There was rain on our last goodbye, tears and thunder in the same night, and I still feel that cold inside from the rain on our last goodbye. Maybe storms are how some loves end, no warning sign, no chance to amend, just clouds that gather in the chest and leave a flood where hope once lay. I still see you in Silver Street, and every night the window weeps. Some endings never really dry, they just keep raining in the mind. There was rain on our last goodbye, and 1,000 reasons left behind, all the pieces of what we were, lost beneath the storm we heard. There was rain on our last goodbye, and I still wear that midnight sky. Even now I can't decide what hurt more, you or the night. The sky broke first, then so did I. In the rain of our last goodbye. The lights are low, but I still know your shoes are gone from by the door, but I still hear you on the floor. The quiet house begins to breathe, like it remembers you and me. The wall still holds your quiet laugh, like ghosts that wander through the past. I close my eyes, but through the gray, your footsteps never fade away. I try to drown the memory inside the midnight air, but every shadow in this place still tells me you were there. There are echoes in the hallway, calling out your name. Every step I take tonight still feels the same. There are echoes in the hallway where your voice used to stay. You may have walked away, but the sound will never fade. Picture frames look back at me like silent witnesses of grief. The staircase holds 1,000 nights of laughter fading into light. The clock is louder than before, each second knocking on the door. And every room I pass tonight still carries pieces of your light. I try to close the memories, I try to let you go, but empty houses keep the truth that lonely hearts all know. There are echoes in the hallway calling out your name. Every step I take tonight still feels the same. There are echoes in the hallway where your voice used to stay. You may have walked away, but the sound will never fade. Maybe love becomes a whisper after it is gone, living in the quiet places where the nights feel long. And maybe time can dim the light of what we used to be, but echoes never truly die inside a memory. There are echoes in the hallway, soft and far away. Every lonely midnight step still leads me to your name. There are echoes in the hallway, even when I pray for silence in this house where your love used to stay. Oh, where your love used to stay. The lights are low, but I still know your echoes never go. The light moved on, but not your shade. There's a corner in this quiet room where your silence still remains, like the evening never fully left, like love still wears your name. The curtain sways, the window breathes, the floor remembers your slow pace. And every night I pass that space, I feel the outline of your ache. I try to move the air, I try to clear the pain, but some hearts leave a trace behind that time cannot erase. Right here is where your shadows stay, long after you walked away. In the dark, in the blue, in the part of me that still wants you. Right here is where the silence grew into everything I could not lose. You were gone, but love remains in the place where your shadow stayed. Your sweater isn't by the chair, your voice no longer fills the hall, but somehow in the fading light I still expect your call. The midnight air is cold and thin, the moon spills silver on the wall, and in that pale and broken glow your memory returns in full. I tell myself be still, I tell these tears to wait, but grief has learned this house too well and knocks on every space. Right here is where your shadows stay, long after you walked away. In the dark, in the blue, in the part of me that still wants shadows stay, like a dusk that would not fade. In my chest, in these walls, in the echo after every call. Right here is where I say your name, though nothing answers me the same. You are gone, but love remains in the place where your shadow stays. The light moved on, but not your shape. My heart still lives where your shadows stay. Midnight falls slow, and I'm here alone. The room is dim, the city sleeps, but I am wide awake with me. Your side of bed is cold and still, a quiet space I cannot fill. The moonlight spills across the floor like it has done 1,000 times before, but nothing in the silver blue feels the same without you. I try to close my eyes, I try to lose your name, but every hour after dark just brings you back again. It's midnight without you, and everything hurts more. Silence cuts right through like footsteps at my door. It's midnight without you, and I still feel your touch. The night keeps getting longer when I miss you this much. The clock keeps counting what I lost, each second has its hidden cost. The window shakes with passing rain, like heaven understands this pain. Your sweater's gone, your voice is too, but every shadow looks like you, and every thought I try to hide keeps you here tonight. I tell my heart, be still, I tell the dark, let go, but lonely hours have a way without you, and everything hurts more. Silence cuts right through like footsteps at my door. It's midnight without you, and I still feel your touch. The night keeps getting longer when I miss you this much. Maybe love does not disappear, maybe it lingers in the air, in every breath, in every wall, in all the times I almost call. And maybe healing is just this, learning how to live with it, a heart still beating through the blue of midnight without you. It's midnight without you, and I'm not who I was. The stars look cold above this empty kind of love. It's midnight without you, and I still break in two. No matter how the night moves on, it still comes back to you. all slow, and I'm here alone, still talking to a love that's already gone. Turned off the light, but nothing let go. Your perfume faded from the air, but somehow you are still in here. The bed, the wall, the curtains sway, all hold the shape of yesterday. The silence leans against the door, like it has heard this hurt before. I walk this place on quiet feet, as if your ghost still lives with me. I try to clear the space, I try to lose the ache, but every corner keeps a part of everything we made. The room still knows the way you used to breathe, the way you held the dark, the way you held on to me. The room still knows what I am trying to hide. You may be gone from here, but not from what's inside. Your shadow is no longer there, but I still turn like you're somewhere. The window hums with midnight rain and calls your memory back again. The floor still creaks the way it did on all those nights we never slept, and every little ordinary thing still breaks me when it speaks. I tell myself move on, I tell my heart be still, but empty places tell the truth more honestly than I will. The room still knows the way you used to breathe, the way you held the dark, the way you held on to me. The room still knows what I am trying to hide. You may be gone from here, but not from what's inside. Maybe love stays in walls after voices disappear. Maybe lost becomes a home when someone who was once here. I can't change the sheets, the light, move the chair and lock the door, but nothing in this quiet place forgets what it was for. The room still knows the nights we couldn't sleep, the words we never said, the promises we couldn't keep. The room still knows why I still say your name. You left this place in silence, but nothing feels the same. I turned off the light, but nothing let go. You are not here, but the room still leaves on the ground. You're nowhere around. The light gets weaker every day, like love was learning how to fade. The mornings come with quieter skies and colder words behind your eyes. We used to bloom in borrowed time. Now even warmth feels hard to find. The wind moves through the open door, like it has been here once before. I felt it in a changing air, and how you held me less. Some endings do not fall at once, they arrive in tenderness. It was a slow goodbye season, love leaving branch by branch, turning green into a memory and us into the past. It was a slow goodbye season, no storm, no sudden rain, just your heart growing distant and mine learning the pain. Your sweater still hangs by the chair, but you are not inside it now. The silence started small at first, then filled the whole house somehow. The coffee cooled, the nights grew long. We stopped reaching for the same song, and every little thing we were began to lose its sound. I watched your shadow change before you walked away. Some goodbyes start in quiet rooms long before no day. It was a slow goodbye season, love leaving branch by branch, turning green into a memory and us into the past. It was a slow goodbye season, no storm, no sudden rain, just your heart growing distant and mine learning the pain. Maybe not all endings break, maybe some just thin with time, like a photograph left in the sun, losing color line by line. And maybe that is why it hurts more than a sharp goodbye, because I felt you leaving me before you left my life. It was a slow goodbye season, and I stayed through every change, watching all our summer moments drift too far to name. It was a slow goodbye season, and I still wear that air, the kind that turns a living love into something no longer there. Leaves on the ground, your voice not around. It was not one night, it was a season. No sound tonight, but I hear you. The room is calm, the lights are low, the kind of night where memories grow. The window breathes the midnight rain that softly speaks your name again. Your chair is empty by the wall, your picture hangs above it all. And in the silence deep and wide, I feel you standing my side. I try to turn away, I try to let you go, but quiet has a way of saying everything I know. I hear your name in the quiet, in the breath between the night, in the space where love once lived, just beyond the light. I hear your name in the quiet, every time the world stands still. You may be gone from here, but my heart says you're here still. The clock moves slow across the wall, like time is scared to move at all. The moonlight rests across the floor where we once danced before. Your sweater's gone, your voice is too, but every shadow looks like you, and every thought I try to hide keeps you here tonight. I tell myself be strong, I tell the dark be kind, but lonely hours know too well what still lives in my mind. I hear your name in the cries, in the breath between the night, in the space where love once lived, just beyond the light. I hear your name in the cries, every time the world stands still. You may be gone from here, but my heart says you're here still. Maybe love does not disappear, baby, it becomes the air, something soft we cannot see, but somehow still is there. And maybe that is why I stay, listening through the blue, because the quiet still remembers every piece of you. I hear your name in the quiet, like a whisper in my soul, like a story never finished, like a love that lost control. I hear your name in the quiet, even when the night is through. The silence never truly hides how much I still love you. No sound tonight, but I hear you say my name in the quiet too. The fire burned low and faded slow. Your sweater isn't on the chair, but somehow you are everywhere. The quiet house begins to breathe, like it remembers you and me. The window holds the fading light, what we were before that night, and every shadow on the wall feels like the end of all. I thought that love could stay, like heat inside a flame. But warmth can slowly disappear without a sound or name. After the warmth is gone, The nights feel twice as long. The silence in this room knows everything went wrong. After the warmth is gone, the heart still holds the fire. Even when the hands that held it are no longer mine. The coffee cools beside the sink. I stare at it longer than I think. We used to talk until the dawn. Now even words feel gone. The blanket still remembers you, the way your quiet breathing moves. But comfort left this place somehow, and I feel colder now. I tell myself be still, I tell my heart be strong, but empty rooms speak louder. After warmth is gone, after the warmth is gone, the nights feel twice as long. The silence in this room, after the warmth is gone, the heart still holds the fire. Even when the hands that held it are no longer mine. Maybe love does not disappear. Maybe it changes form, becoming quiet memories after the last warm storm. Maybe the cold I feel tonight is not the air I breathe, but all the warmth you left behind, still living inside me. After the warmth is gone, I still remember you, the way your arms could turn the darkest night to blue. After the warmth is gone, the fire still remains, a fragile light inside my chest that whispers out your name. The fire burned low and faded slow, but somewhere deep inside, the embers still glow. Morning comes in lines through broken blinds. The sunlight slips across the floor like it has done 1,000 times before. But nothing feels the way it did since you started living here. Your shadow used to fill this space. Now only dust remembers your face, and every beam of pale gold light feels colder than the night. I tried to close the day, I tried to hide the pain, but every ray that finds this room just brings you back again. There's a light through broken blinds, falling on the empty side where your warmth used to stay before you walked away. There's a light through broken blinds, but it cannot reach inside the part quiet truth I've come to know. The bed is wide, the silence deep, where promises once used to sleep. Oh, your sweater isn't by the chair, but something of you lingers there. In every fragile breath of dawn, I feel what's gone. I tell my heart move on, I tell the past be still. But broken light has ways of showing what I cannot heal. There's a light through broken blinds, falling on the empty side, where your laughter used to stay before it slipped away. There's a light through broken blinds, but it cannot reach inside the part of me that still wakes up loving you. Maybe love is like the morning, quiet, soft, and hard to hold, slipping gently through the cracks, leaving hearts a little cold. Maybe healing is just learning how to face the fragile light, even when the day reminds you of a lonely night. There's a light through broken blinds, touching all the things you left, every corner of this room, every fragile breath. There's a light through broken blinds, and I finally realized some loves fade away, but never fully died. As morning comes in lines through broken blinds, and I still see you in the light. You said forever, then left the echo. Your words still hang above this room, like faded light at afternoon, of our once warm, once full of flame, now only smoke without a name. The ring of truth you gave that night still circles through my mind sometimes. I touch the air where love once was and hold on to the dust. I thought your hands were home, I thought your heart would stay, but some promises turn into shadows when love walks away. You're the ghost of a promise still moving through my chest, a love I cannot bury, a wound that does not rest. You're the ghost of a promise, a whisper in the dark. You left with all the future, but kept living in my heart. Nights grew colder day by day, your voice became more far away. No storm arrived, no warning sign, just silence learning how to lie. I kept believing what we had could survive the things we never said, but truth can crack without a sound and leave a hollow house. I hear you in the quiet, You're the ghost of a promise, still moving through my chest. A love I cannot bury, a wound that does not rest. You're the ghost of a promise, a whisper in the dark. You left with all the future, but kept living in my heart. Maybe forever was a word too beautiful to keep. Maybe we built a life on light, too fragile to believe. And now I walk through memories like rooms without a door, haunted by the life we almost had, and all it was meant for. You're the ghost of a promise, still breathing in my veins. A shadow made of all we were and all that still remains. You're the ghost of a promise, the part I cannot free. You left me with the ending, but the vow stayed here with me. You said forever, then left the echo. Now all I hold is your ghost. Then as a memory, gone with breath, there's a box beneath the bed tonight, filled with notes and faded lines, words we wrote with trembling hands, back when forever felt alive. The edges curl, the ink runs pale, like promises that could not stay. I touch your name, it almost breaks in silence and in gray. We were fragile from the start, soft as borrowed trust. Now all I hold are paper hearts, and everything turned us. Paper hearts and us, that's what's left of us. Little pieces of a love, too delicate to hold. Paper hearts and us, scattered in the dark. All the things we thought would last, still falling apart. Your picture slips between the pages, like a ghost inside my hand. A smile still caught in silver light, from a life I cannot have again. The window cracks the morning cold across this tired, empty room, and every beam that finds the floor just shows me what we lost too soon. I tried to save the shape of you in letters, lines, and marks, but time can turn the sweetest proof into a fragile scar. Paper hearts and us, that's what's left of us. Little pieces of a love, too delicate to hold. Paper hearts and us, scattered in the dark. All the things we thought would last, stained, beautiful beneath the light, but helpless in the rain. Maybe I was too afraid to see how thin we were. Now every memory I keep feels lighter than it hurt. Paper hearts and dust, all that we became, 100 tender little things without a place to stay. Paper hearts and dust, still living in my hand. I let them fall, but not before. I love them while I can. Yeah. Then as a memory, gone with a breath, paper hearts and dust are all that's left. The street lights glow, I already know. You stood beneath the fading sky, with quiet truth behind your eyes. The wind was soft, the air was thin, like something fragile giving in. Your hand was warm inside of mine. I'm not the way you used to be. The silence spoke before you did and told the end to me. I felt the morning shift before a word was said. Some goodbyes began as shadows long before they spread. It was the night you let go, the night love turned cold. Your fingers slipped from mine and left my heart alone. It was the night you let go, under pale streetlight glow, and everything we were became a ghost, I know. The city moved around us slow, like it had nowhere else to go. A passing car, a distant sound, while pieces of us hit the ground. Your voice was calm, your words were few, but everyone cut deep and true. And then the quiet after that, I watched you fade from view. I tried to call your name, but breath became a stone. Some endings take the air away and leave you there alone. It was the night you let go, and night love turned cold. A shadow walked away while night stayed in the road. It was the night you let go, under pale streetlight glow, and everything we were became a ghost, I know. Maybe love does not collapse, maybe it just slips away, like walls leaving a quiet room at the ending of the day. And maybe I will carry you in every midnight thought, because the night you let me go was the night my heart was caught. night you let go, the night the stars went dim, the moment all our tomorrows stopped belonging to us. It was the night you let go, and I finally saw how silence can be louder than anything before. The street lights glow, and I still know the night you let go never let me go. No crash, no sound, just love going down. We did not break like thunderstorms, no shattered glass, no slamming doors, just little pauses growing wide and colder hands at night. Your eyes still looked a lot like home, but somehow felt so far and gone. We smiled through things we could not say and called it being okay. I felt the distance start in all the smallest ways. Some endings do not scream at all, they slowly fade. We were softly falling apart, like a light losing spark, like a song growing faint before it reaches the dark. We were softly falling apart, still close but not by heart, holding on with the weak hands while love slid through the cracks. The coffee cooled, the mornings changed. Your voice no longer said my name. The silence learned to fill the room before goodbye came through. I tried to fix what I could feel, but pain is hard to touch or heal. When something beautiful turns thin and disappears within, you never had to lie. You're quiet, said enough. Some hearts do not stop all at once, they just lose love. We were softly falling apart, like a light losing spark, like a dream turning pale in the arms of the dark. We were softly falling apart, still warm but not like before, standing in the same room while drifting more and more. Maybe that is why it hurts more than a sudden end, because I felt you leave in pieces before you left for real. And maybe love can die so gently, you almost miss the sound until you find yourself alone in what we used to be. We were softly falling apart, no fire, no broken stars, just the slowest kind of pain, leaving shadows in the heart. We were softly falling apart, and I still feel it now. slowing down, softly falling apart. Slow night, you come back in peace. The lamp is barely holding on, fragile glow before the dawn. You pinch the room in faded gold, like something warm that has turned cold. Your picture rests beside the bed, a quiet place for words unsaid. And in this half-lit, fragile blue, everything still looks like you. I try not to look back, I try to let it fade, but shadows make a tender home for all we could not say. You're a memory in a low, soft and almost there, like a ghost of something beautiful, still breathing in the air. You're a memory in a low light, a fire turned to flame, too dim to hold, too deep to lose. And still I say shows a sleeping stream, and I do not agree. The silence things against my chest and does not let me rest. Your sweater's gone, your voice is too, but every quiet shake is you, and every little silver line pulls your shadow through my mind. I tell my heart, be still, tell the dark, move on, but lonely rooms know how to keep what should already be gone. You're a memory in low light, soft music fades, but I still hear it. The record spins without a sound, like something lost that can't be found. Your voice once danced inside this room, now silence hums a lonely tune. The couch still knows where you would stay on nights we let the music play. Your laughter drifting through the air, like love was everywhere. I thought our melody would never disappear, but even the sweetest songs fade when no one's here. This is the last song of us, soft and breaking slow, a melody of memories only I still know. This is the last song of us, playing in my chest, a love that lost its rhythm but never left. The needle drops, the night stands still, a fragile echo on the hill. The chorus where we used to sing now hurts like everything. Your shadow moves inside the sound, like you are almost still around. But every note that fills the air just proves you're not there. I try to change the tune, I try to let it in, but broken hearts remember every song again. This is the last song of us, soft and breaking slow, a melody of memories only I still know. This is the last song of us, playing in my chest, a love that lost its rhythm but never left. Maybe love is just a song that time cannot replace, a fragile piece of harmony that slowly slips away. And maybe every lonely night my heart becomes the stage where all the notes we used to be still quietly remain. This is the last song of us, echoing inside, a thousand quiet memories I can